You can share the PPT and start, and then we'll both talk.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So today we will cover these things. First of all, what is Omnistudio? We will cover this. How Omnistudio serving multiple industries. What is the benefit of Salesforce industries? And we will discuss about the Omnistudio components. What is Omniscripts? What is data raptors? And how many data raptors are there? And explain about the data raptors and explain about the integration procedures. And finally, we will create Omnistudio developer org, and we will share you the link, trailhead link. So first of all, what is Omnistudio? So in more simple language, Omnistudio is a managed package built on Salesforce, and that helps you to provide industry specific needs. With the help of Omnistudio, we can build high-end application in a faster and low-code environment. So Omnistudio provides us a drag and drop based tools that helps customers to create business specific flows with just click instead of creating the custom code. And with the help of built-in tools, Omnistudio also provide us the option to interact with other application to share the data. So that is it, Omniscript. So the next thing is how serving Omnistudio serving multiple industries. So these are the industries in which Omnistudio provide their solutions, in typically like telecommunication, communication, insurance, energies and utilities, media and entertainment, government sector, and health. So these are the industry for like which Omnistudio nowadays has already got a pre-built solution or pre-built managed package which they can use. So the next thing is benefits of Salesforce industries. So Omnistudio offers several advantages, like it boosts sales and services, cut down on handling time, and provides a complete industry solution. Instead of building things from scratch, you get access to solution already in use, by other companies in your own industry. And this saves times and help you get to market faster. It streamlines operations, speeds up the ordering process, which are crucial for business, especially in these sectors. And Omnistudio benefits you more compared to just using basic Salesforce and then customizing it. Yeah, Ritobrata.
Yeah, these points are not clear to me. Can you explain me more?
The advantages, right?
Yeah. Yes, right.
Okay. So like if you use Omnistudio, it will like cut your handling time. Like you can easily drag and drop the elements, and you can easily use that Omniscript, and you can like building things from scratch. Like you get access to the solution already used by the other companies in your industries. You like this saves times because you don't have to write any code, any customization. You can easily drag and drop the elements, and you can use that UI.
Yeah, but so Ansita, what is the difference between the flow and the Omni Studio? I mean, in flow we can do the same, just
Yes.
drag and drop the element. And in I don't know about the Omni Studio, but what is the difference between these two?
Yeah, I will tell you.
Okay, now the benefits it's clear to me.
Yes. So mainly the difference between flows and OmniScripts is that OmniStudio will give you uh, a far more better looking UI, and you can do many more complicated stuff. You can uh, embed the OmniScript in any website, and it looks like, it doesn't like, the flow looks very uh, like not that good in comparison to OmniStudio. If you use OmniScript, it will look just like an LWC component, but LWC you have to write code. In OmniStudio, everything's already there. You just need to drag and drop it. So I think when we create OmniScripts and build stuff, then it will be clearer.
Also, flows like have the limited options of for styling and the layout of the user interface. But
Yes.
while OmniStudio has more option for styling and the layout for of the user interface. So, and also like flow can be triggered by record changes or user actions, like while OmniStudio can be triggered by events or API calls.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So these are the OmniStudio components. Now let's talk about the OmniStudio components. Like these are the components what we actually want to cover in our further session. Not only these, there are many things we are going to cover in our further session. So anything like any application that you have created, it has those three major areas. It need a front end which is called the UI engine. It is the second is the back end which is handle the logic, the data, which like also take care about the integration calculation and the logic things. And the third one is the development and the deployment, means like if you have different environments, like the different sandbox where you can deploy the components. So those three things combined and similar ways in like OmniStudio as well as have those three things. If we talk about over the front end, we have those two things, OmniScript and FlexCards. So OmniScript is on not only for using the front end, they have the other things as well we will cover in the further session. And they both are the entry point to like call those backend logics. Similar ways you can like consider this is the skin, this is the brain, and this is something like which get deployed once you have done your development into the local sandboxes. So for development purpose, we have used import export, but there is IDX workbench. You can use IDX workbench and you can deploy your components to different sandboxes. So the next thing is OmniScript. What is OmniScript? OmniScript is a way for an application builder to design a business process. Like an OmniScript allows you to uh, build a guided path for completing a business process and serves as a configurable way of creating a seamless customer experience. Like you can create OmniScript using a drag and drop editor that enables you to like group variants of element like such as actions, functions like formula, input fields, and branching logics. Like for example, I give a real life scenario, like um, if you a customer and if you want to uh, order a SIM card online from the online portal. So the customer accesses the online portal for purchasing the SIM cards. So the with the OmniScript, you can do that. You can order the SIM card. So like the first screen will be the welcome message explaining the benefits and the options available. The second screen will be the plan selection, like present various SIM card plans with the details on each, like plans features and pricing, and allow customers to choose the plans that suits their needs. The third screen will show the personal information, like collect necessary details such as name, address, contact information for and the identification proof. And the fourth screen will the review and confirm, like display a summary of the selected plan and enter details for confirmation. So you can provide a review and you can edit the information if you want to, and then if you submit that screen, then you can get your SIM card without going market or without having any trouble. But the important things of the OmniScript is like when you create any OmniScript, the type, subtype, and language must be unique. When you see any OmniScript, that type and subtype only visible. And if you implement any thing on OmniScript, it is auto saved. You don't need to save this. You also have to activate that OmniScript, and without activate you can't deploy. And OmniScript's type, subtypes, language gives an like OmniScript a unique identity. Only one active OmniScript may have the same type, subtype, and language at any time. And like yeah,
The actually the type and the subtype which you're speaking about in the OmniScript refers to what actually? I did not
like
clear up this idea.
yeah, I will show you when I will go to the org, then I will show you what is the type and the subtype. But the overall thing is like if you give a OmniScript name, it will be it must be unique. You can give a same name with different OmniScript.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. And also like only active omni, you can deploy only the active OmniScript. So if you make any changes to an active OmniScript, you have to create one new version and then you can do your changes. So now I will over to Anushka.
Yes. So Anshita talked about OmniScripts a little bit. So that's what we are going to do today. Today we are just going to go over the components, like the basics, that which components exist and which are used, and then in details we will go through them in the next sessions. So today Anshita just talked about OmniScripts, and I will just show you what, like how data is coming into that OmniScript and what you can do using that OmniScript and how that data goes back into Salesforce. So for that, I'll share my screen and I'll just open the PPT once again. I think Anshita covered this one. So next comes Data Raptor. So with OmniScripts, the user can, uh, it's a guided experience, the OmniScript. The user can interact with it. They can put their data in it. And then something happens to that data. You can like put your contact details and save it, and that gets saved into the database. And for saving that data, like updating data, we use Data Raptor. So Data Raptor is a tool using which you can write, read, update data into Salesforce from Omnistudio. So there are four types of data raptors, and those are called data raptor turbo extract, data raptor extract, then there's data raptor load, and data raptor transform. So I will also go into the org and show you what it looks like. But uh, just for the basics, what it is, data raptor turbo extract is used to get data from a single object. So if you want to get data from only one object, like query only one object, then you will use data raptor turbo extract. And why do you want to use it? Because it's simpler and it gives you better performance at runtime. Then there's data raptor extract. You can use data raptor extract to read data from multiple objects. So when would you want to use it? You would want to use it when you are extracting data. You can use it for a single object as well. So you can use it for when you're getting data from a single object, as well as when you are getting data from multiple related objects. And also you can do things like order order by. For example, if you want to sort the data in some orders, and then also there's a limit, like how many records you want to fetch and stuff. Yes.
Your screen sharing is just off.
I'm not sharing. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No, it's just off now. It is
Uh,
sharing, but suddenly it stopped.
oh, it's asking me to allow. You can still turn off camera anytime in meeting. Okay, I think I need to. I don't know what I need to do. Allow this time. Give me 1 minute. I'll just drop off and try again to share my screen. Okay, I'll try to share my screen again. Yes.
Visible.
Okay. Hopefully this time it will work. Was I in the PPT? Yes. So I was talking about data raptor extracts. So data raptor extract you can use to get data from multiple objects. Uh, and then there's data raptor load. So data raptor extract is used to extract data from objects, and data raptor load is used to load data into the object. That is, when you want to create new records, update records, you would use data raptor load. It's also called data raptor post sometimes. Uh, you can write data from JSON or XML input, and you would use like creating a contact and using formulas, creating a contact for an existing account. Like there are multiple uses. Whenever you want to create data from OmniScript, then you would use data raptor load. And then there's data raptor transform. So sometimes you would need to transform data, convert data from JSON to XML and vice versa. Like you need to restructure the data, and for that you use data raptor transform. It's not like used very much, but it's whenever you need it, it's there for you to use. So this is what data raptors look like, and I will also go into the org and show it to you once we are in the org. But yeah, that's what each and every adapter is. Yes.
So I have a question regarding this, like data raptor or data extract, which you have shown, data load. So all these are, do they work like the workbench that we use for the admin portions of Salesforce to load data or maybe to extract data from the Salesforce org?
Yes, kind of. So Workbench is not actually associated with
No,
Salesforce.
no.
It's like
Yeah, yeah. So I just
yeah,
wanted to confirm if it works in that manner, maybe.
yes, kind of. Like it does the same thing, but but the function of this is different. So in Workbench, uh, so OmniScript is basically an UI that your end customer will face, and the end customer cannot have access to like Salesforce directly to the database or to Workbench, and for the specific use cases of OmniScript, you you need to use data raptors. So that's the best thing to do. And if I it's not like not like Workbench. It's more like when you
In
create data
Flow,
inside this.
we are using, sorry Anushka, so like in Flow we are using get elements. This is like the adapter extract. We are using update elements, which is a adapter load, create and update elements. We are
Okay,
using
okay. Now it's clear. Yeah, yeah.
a
Thank
load.
you.
That is the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So in OmniScript, you cannot use those elements. These are elements specific to the OmniScript data raptor. And uh, so data raptors done. And now I'll just say what is integration procedures. Integration procedure is used to, well, a data raptor can be used inside an integration procedure, but what it is a server side process that makes like all the server calls in a single actions in a single server call. So how can I say well, it's very like the most complicated part is integration procedures in whole OmniScript, but it's also very important. So it's a server side process and it is declarative and it executes multiple actions. That's what I was trying to say, multiple actions in a single server call. So suppose you are updating multiple data using one OmniScript and you are calling on data raptor. So what it will do is it will update the contact multiple times. Each data raptor will fire once. But with integration procedure, you can add that data raptor inside the integration procedure and it will do all that in a single server call. And this will reduce runtime and like make your OmniScript work faster and it will help like not break it. So integration procedure, uh, yes.
So Anushka, it is the same like what should I tell? Bulk data load.
Yes, kind of, yes.
Okay.
So because you don't, OmniScript is the UI, and most probably your OmniScript will sit in an experience site or in a website. Then, or sometimes it can even integrate with third parties, integration and stuff. So then you don't want to call data raptors multiple times, like do the same thing over and over again. That makes the system slow. So what you do is you put your data raptor in an integration procedure and it it executes multiple actions in a single server call and helps things move faster and smoother. So
And you
that's
can use integration procedure in OmniScript and FlexCards also, like
yes.
whatever you want.
Also. And flex card. What is flex card? So flex card is basically a card that is used to show data. It's you can show data very beautifully. You can like decorate it and stuff. And in all these OmniScript components, you can use CSS, which is something that you cannot do in flows. So you can use your own CSS to make it look however you want it to look like. And another thing I would like to add here in data raptors is that if you you cannot bypass the org's permissions using data raptors. So in Apex, you can use without sharing, public without sharing, if you want to give your end users access to a particular object that they do not have access to. So you can use that syntax, but in using omniscript data raptors you cannot do that. You can only read write data that the end user has permission to. So there's that's like all the basic things about data raptor. Now I don't know if you all have created your own developer orgs. If you haven't, then let's go ahead and do that. Do all have all of you created your own developer orgs with Omnistudio?
Actually,
No,
no.
no, no.
No, no, not created.
Okay, so then let's do it.
I will share you the link in
Yeah.
chat. Yeah.
And once you fill up the form, you will get an email like this, and just click on it and create your own org. So let's just go ahead and create it right now, and you should get your email within 30 minutes. Yes.
Yes.
I think Shita, please keep the link in group.
Yeah, I am sure. Yeah. Yes. Yes, Mahua?
No,
Please let us know if you face any problems with
telling
that.
something, Angshita, to me.
Sorry, we can't hear you. No.
Sorry.
I
Your voice is breaking. I don't understand what you should say.
Do you have any question?
No, no, no. It's okay.
Yeah, please let me know when you have all filled up your forms, and then I'll go into the org that I have created and just show you Omnistudio components and where you can find them.
Yeah, just I fill up the form, it's showing the thanks for signing up. You will receive your org within 30 minutes.
Yes. So it takes 30 minutes for the email. And once you have that email, just click on the link that they have sent and just log in. That's all you have to do. And
Do
it
we
will,
have to install some managed package
oh
or
no, this is an org with Omnistudio. So the org you just filled up the form for, it's for Omnistudio. It's an Omnistudio developer org. So Omnistudio is already there, and it will also have example Omniscripts and stuff. So I'll just show it to you once everyone's done.
Hello.
Yes.
yes, Shusha.
Yes, Amshita, actually, I have created and they are sending a mail that is we cannot enroll you in a Salesforce Developer Edition account because the email address you entered is already in use.
Yeah, so you have to change that mail ID. Like before you have created any org, Salesforce org.
Yes, I have created any Salesforce.
Okay, and you are using the same email ID for this
Yeah.
org. So you can change that email ID. You can use another email to create that org.
Okay.
Yeah.
I created the org, but the thing is, I did not receive any mail yet, and I am asked to wait for 30 minutes to receive the mail, maybe.
Okay, yeah. So it takes around 30 minutes for
So
the.
even to receive the mail as well.
Yes, yes. That's what
Okay.
happened to me yesterday. I just did this process yesterday, and you will get that email. And even after you get the mail and you click on the link, it will take some time for the link to generate. Like it won't open right away. So it's a bit slow. Uh, I think because it has Omni Studio installed, that's why, but it will work.
Okay.
So is everyone done with their org creation, filling up the form? If anyone's left, please let us know so that we can wait. Let's wait for another 3 minutes and then we'll start again, I think.
Anshita, you hear me?
Yeah, Shushanta.
Yes. Actually, I have a one Omnistudio org. Okay, so I little bit facing some issue with this org. So actually, it's a activate and deactivate part. So what I do? Can I create another org or
Yes, you can create another org with different mail and try there. Yeah.
okay?
Vikash, Priyanka, Saurabh, Shostika, are you creating the org? Or-
Yes,
Yes,
I'm
I am
creating the.
creating, but mm, not receiving it.
Okay.
It's been 10 minutes. I think we should go ahead now. Is everyone okay with that?
Yes.
Mm. Okay, so if you haven't filled out that form to create Omnistudio org, please do that. And it will take up to 30 minutes for you to receive that email. Once you have received that email, log in, create your password, log into the org, and I'll show you what you will see once you are in the org. So I'll share my screen. Oh, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the org. So once you log in, this is what you will see, that the setup page. From there, you need to go to Omnistudio. That's the first thing you will have when you click on App Launcher. So go to Omnistudio here, and it will open Omniscripts. So Omniscripts is the guided experience that you create. There are many sample Omniscripts. You can check them if you want. You can create new ones if you want, if you are feeling adventurous. Uh, and similarly, like Omniscripts, there are all these other Omnistudio components. So there's flex cards, data raptors, and integration procedures. So you can just like click on them, see what it's like. There are many samples given for each of these components. And it takes a bit time to load. So but that's standard for Omnistudio. So these are all the elements of Omnistudio, and all of them have some samples. So what I'll do, I'll go to an Omniscript and just show it to you what it looks like when you preview it. So this is a sample one. I have not created it. It was given with the org. And just to give you an example, so this is what an Omniscript looks like depending on what you want it to do. So this is an Omniscript for editing contacts. So you can put first name, last name, email, and you can paste this part, like embed this one in a website. And if in the website, if someone wants to put their contact details or update it, they can put it here in the form, and in the database, that contact will get saved. So we will learn how to create these things and far more complicated things as well, not just editing contacts. But this is just an example. And in FlexCard, I cannot view flex cards yet. I have to do, I think I tried once and it showed me an error when I tried to preview it. So it says if you
Yes,
want,
you have to configure, Anushka.
I have to add it to the remote site setting.
And Omnistudio is a very slow org, so sometimes you have to wait to see the changes.
Yeah. So I'll just do it now. If you want to view remote site settings, this, sorry, flex cards, you have to like add that URL that they had shown in the error to the remote site settings. Yeah. Anshita, have you done this before? Like, what should the name of the remote site be? Anything?
I think I have to check that part.
Yeah.
Just give me a second.
It's not urgent for right now because we will focus on only Omniscripts next week. So
Yeah,
you
we
can
will
do it.
let. Yeah. And you can also use Omniscript into another Omniscript, like a child Omniscript.
Yes, and you can use flex cards inside Omniscripts. We will
Yes.
all come into this when we go into more detail. I was hoping that this would load, but it's taking too much time. I'll just show you what a flex card looks like from Google. You can make it look like anything you want, and it looks very professional, not like, because you will use CSS and stuff, and there's many options, so it looks very professional. And so these, like, flex cards can look like anything. I just googled flex card examples, and there's one for showing the weather, like showing you the 5-day forecast, and there's one where you can add stuff into your cart. So this week, until next class, what we would like you to do is create your own Omnistudio org and then go through the trailhead.
Yeah, I have shared you the link, Trailhead link in the group.
So go through the trailhead as much as you can, because the more you do, the faster you will learn. And there's Omnistudio architecture first. Then there's Omnistudio flex cards. You can start with Omniscripts first and then go to the flex cards. Uh, and then like data raptor is not needed for this week, mainly Omniscripts. So just complete the trailheads with Omniscripts in them and learn about Omniscripts. And next week we will go into details and we will start creating an Omniscript. Have any one of you received the email from Salesforce for that?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Anushka,
I
I have
received an
received a
email.
email, and I am just click on the link provided them and going to log in this page.
yes, yes.
Anushka, my org is ready. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, you can share your screen. Yes, so this is Omniscripts, you can see. And someone was asking about Omniscript type subtype. So Ritabroto, if you can just stay in this page for a minute. So you can see that in the first column is named type. So if you click on any one of them, like click here. So you will see that it's the name here, and the first line is type/subtype. And this type and subtype needs to be unique. So what makes an Omniscript unique is the type and subtype. So two Omniscripts cannot have the same type and subtype. So if you click on new, it will ask you to give a type, subtype, and name. So the type subtype will come in the format that type/subtype, and when you click on it, it will show you the name of the Omniscript. Yes. This is what makes it unique. Whenever will find an Omniscript, you will use type and subtype, not the name. So that's one thing about Omniscripts.
But I'm little bit confused on the type. What should I give type and subtype? Suppose
Yeah.
I
I can give you an example. For example, uh, you have different types of courses, and you are creating an Omniscript that will ask students to register into the course. So if you have like a history course, and that Omniscript is used to like do some stuff for history, like it will show you options for history classes available. Then you can add like type history, and then under subtype you can add like register.
process.
So like it can be anything you want, just make sure that it makes sense and anyone else who is looking at it can understand what the Omniscript does from the type and subtype.
Yeah,
And
I have a question, Anushka.
yes.
Yes, yeah, my org is ready, and I am getting a link from the Salesforce developer org. So
Mhm.
when I have means when I log in again, so what URL I should go? Login.salesforce to log in into the developer org.
I think it's if it's a developer or login.salesforce should work. You can try with login.salesforce. I think that will work.
In the mail, they have mentioned which URL you have to use.
Yes, that too. Were you able to log in?
Yes, I am able to log in.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, even me as well.
okay, that's good. So you can use this org to create Omni scripts using like after seeing the trailheads, understand them. If you have any questions, ask in the group, and we will get back to you. But yeah, the trailhead is a must.
And one more question is, it is the mandatory to get an error like the same?
Uh, Give me 1 second. Which error?
The remote site settings.
Oh yeah, if you are visiting flex cards, if you want to view a flex card, it will give you an error. Uh, so if you go to flex card, it will open, but when you try to view it, then it will give you the error. But it's a pretty easy fix. You just need to add that URL into the remote site settings, but you don't have to do it now
Achha,
unless you want to
got it.
do it. Yeah.
I think for new flex cards, it will not show error.
Probably we will have to try.
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Yes, I have successfully logged in, but in the app launcher, I am not able to find the Omni Studio.
Could you share your screen?
Yeah.
Can you show us the link you used to create that org?
Yes. Yes, this link.
Okay, and can you scroll up a bit? Uh, Give me 1 minute.
I don't think it's a Omni Studio.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see if my email said something about it being an Omnistudio org.
Did you verify your account?
Yeah, I have verified.
Which link you used to create this org? Like the form. Why did you fill up the form for this org?
Yeah, from here, this link.
That's weird because it's only for Omnistudio. You can try again, like create another org if that one's not working.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because it should work if you are creating it with this link.
So Shaurabh, Santa, do you create your org?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, if any one of you have questions, please go ahead. Or else I think we will wrap the session here today. and we will continue with creating an omniscript from next week.
Actually, I have a question. I have a doubt in integration procedure. Can you explain again?
Yeah, should I go through integration procedures again?
Yes,
Is
yes.
that okay? I'll share my screen. This time, let me just search for integration procedures. And velocity and Omnistudio is interchangeable, so don't worry if in your searches velocity comes up. So here, I think you have this diagram as well. So what I was trying to say by an integration procedure is that it is a server-side declarative process that executes multiple actions in a single server call. Now it sounds a bit complicated, but it's really not. It's like among the Omni Studio elements, it is complicated, uh, but in reality, among everything, it's not that complicated to create and what it does. So integration procedures is it's the same thing as the data raptor. It will help you create data, read data. So if you want to show data from the org within the within the OmniScript or FlexCard, you can use it. If you want to create data or update data, you can use integration procedures. So why would you use data raptors inside an integration procedure? That's the question. So that is, suppose using an OmniScript, you are updating data multiple times, like you are creating many contacts. And what will happen for that is, for each contact that gets created using the data raptor, one server call will be made. So if you are creating 100 contacts, then there will be 100 server calls. That will make the OmniScript slow.
Okay.
So to avoid that, you will put the data raptor inside an integration procedure, and what will happen then is all the 100 server calls, it won't happen separately. It will happen at once. So integration procedure will get all the data and make one server call and create those 100 contacts at once. So here it says that uh, like it can read write data from Salesforce and from external system also. Yeah, the other thing is that using integration procedure, you can read and write data from external systems. So it's not just limited to Salesforce data. You can use third party data as well, and you can call Apex code. And also once when we are, where is my org? I think I just closed it. Give me 1 minute.
And also, you can use one integration procedure in multiple OmniScripts.
Yes. So all of these components are reusable, but always make sure that uh, whenever you're changing anything, that you are making it like creating a new version, because OmniScript, like even a slightest change will get automatically saved and you cannot undo it.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to like mess up a working version. So like keep that working version and then create a new one. And integration procedure. So here's integration procedures. And I'll just open it. And inside, you can see that inside the integration procedure is a data raptor. So all the server calls that the data raptor will make individually, like if there's 100, then instead of making the 100 individual server calls, it will do it at once. And if I go to OmniScript and click new, like demo OmniScript.
And if you use an integration procedure into an OmniScript, you have to use response action to pass the data, the extract data or the post data to OmniScript or FlexCards
Yeah,
also.
I think that might be a little confusing now, but when we use it, it will always sense. So in OmniScript, you have many actions. Like data raptors are an action you can, and yeah, this is an OmniScript. This is what it will look like. This is what the end user will see, and then these are the actions. And if you want to call all these actions in a single server call, you will add it to an integration procedure. So all these actions that are in this OmniScript are also there in the data raptor. So if you want to avoid multiple server calls, you add them to the integration procedure and use that integration procedure in OmniScript. Like, like it's not uh, needed right now. So I think integration procedure is something that will cover at the end of this whole classes. Like after we have completed OmniScript, FlexCard, and Data Raptor, and I think then integration procedures will make more sense. But for an example, like an introduction, just know that you can avoid multiple server calls and you can do anything like calls to an external system, call Apex, or anything you can do using integration procedures.
Okay.
Single server call.
Yes, Shushabon, do you have any question?
No, please give me time to go through the all the tailored you have provided, and after giving the revision the tailored you have provided, then the next session I have some query. If I have some query, then I will must talk to you.
Okay.
Yes. So in the next session, yes, Nikita.
Do we need to learn velocity for starting with OmniStudio or something? Actually, I'm not sure about this.
No, so Velocity and OmniStudio is the same thing. So Velocity is the company that created OmniStudio. Like that, are the ones that created this. Then Salesforce has bought it and renamed it as
Okay,
Omni.
okay, okay, got
It's
it.
the same
Thank
thing.
you. Yeah.
So you all have the recording of Dibbojyoti, correct?
Yes.
No, sir, I don't have.
If anyone does not have, please let Omshita know. Omshita will help you how to get the videos.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah. So we are done today, Anushka? Omshita?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. We just so everyone please just go through the tailheads and next week. And if you cannot complete all of them, just make sure to complete OmniScripts and Flex cards. And if you have any queries, we will solve them next week and start with creating a new OmniScript. And when we create OmniScript, it can become complicated if you don't go through the trailheads first. So please make sure to do that. Yeah, that's all. I think we can wrap up now.
Yes.